So this is calisthenics, which is defined as exercises that need nothing but a person's body weight, such as pull-ups, dips, press-ups, air squats. There's so many. This is me, a guy who works on his body but does it all via weightlifting, such as the bench press, the weighted squat, deadlift, bicep curl, etc, etc. I'm a guy who never really does any sort of body weight exercises, but very recently I sustained a small injury in my lower back, and after seeing a physio, he recommended I do not do any weightlifting for about a week. So I thought this was the perfect time to try bodyweight workouts. That is why for the next week I'm going to be doing nothing but calisthenics workouts. Let's do it. One other thing, I just want to say thank you to Course Steady for sponsoring this video. I'll talk about that later. Now, after setting myself this task, there was one vital thing which I needed to do, and that was find a good workout program. And after researching around a bit and watching some good YouTube clips, this is what I came up with. It was a circuit-based workout. After every exercise, you had a 30-second rest, and then you went on to the next exercise. Exercise 1 started with max push-ups, then it went to max pull-ups, then max dips, max rows, max pike push-ups, max time doing the knee tuck hold, and then finally the max plank. And I think everyone knows that when you're doing a plank, time goes about 20 times slower. Now, if that didn't sound bad enough, we do all of that 3 times. Now, you may be wondering, Joe, what do you want to get out of this? Well, firstly, I want to see if I can increase my max reps on the pull-ups, the press-ups, all of the activities, basically. Secondly, if there's any physique changes, it's only a week, so there's not going to be any noticeable difference, I can imagine. And thirdly, how the program feels mentally. Now, what I mean by this is how good I feel after the workout, how much energy I have throughout the days, and overall if I just enjoy the workouts that I'm doing. After assembling all my information and doing enough research, it was time for the first day of the calisthenics journey, and where better to do it than the park. Right, so the first thing that comes to my head when we talk about calisthenics workouts is workouts at the park. So I've come to my local park and we're going to get this workout in. Okay, so for exercise 1, we have got push-ups, max push-up. One thing with me is I've got a little shoulder injury here, so I'm going to have to change them to diamond push-ups. It causes less stress on the shoulder. We have a 30-second break, then on to the next exercise, and we carry on doing that. Let's do it.
Honestly, I don't know who the fuck to trust. Is he my friend or my foe? I'm off the exit draw. Yeah, she give me that clean eyes roll. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one.
Right, next exercise is max pike push-ups. I've never done these before, so don't insult my form too much.
Understand me? I'm good at artists, silly on Bob, Bambi. Baby's yellow text. She wanna eat me like candy. Run up the racks, track me. I'll run up the racks like an athlete. Big facts, you're the dick, 6 flags. Ballin' like big facts, told her I love her. I ain't really mean that, yeah.
Nowadays these people are funny. Remember way back she was love. These bitches sneaky can't come. I got 4 hoes that went top. I remember. Remember I was selling dog food, no kibbles, just to get me some skrill. Remember I was really on the block like Tetris, just to get me some.
Oh. So, next day thoughts after the first session. I am aching like mad. My chest feels really tight, so does my shoulders. Lats don't feel the worst, like I can feel them, but compared to my chest and shoulders, Jesus, it is bad. Now, let me just clarify, I'm not complaining about that at all. First initial thoughts are, I'm getting good pain, like, you know that muscle aching pain, not the pain where you feel like you've done something wrong with your form, or after squats, even if my form is good, I'll always feel a bit of lower back pain. Today, it's kind of just that nice, aching, kind of satisfying muscle pain. Now, aside from training, one thing that I knew was really important was the diet side of everything. Waking up, I weighed around 13 stone 4, which is that many kilos and that many pounds. To optimize recovery, I'd make sure that I have a gram of protein per pound of body fat. So for me, I was trying to get about 186 grams of protein in a day, and also making sure that I'm in a slight calorie surplus. So I got to making my meals every day, making sure they had relative amounts of calories, good amount of proteins, and that definitely helped my recovery and training in general. Working out in here, not at the park. The reason is, I got an actual pull-up bar, an actual dip machine, and quite honestly there's just a lot more here than actually at the park to do the workout. Even though it's cooler to do at the park, how good the workout is more important.
I see a day, to see a job is what it made me. Getting bravery, see it's mine slavery. 9 to 5, grind and strive, fucking nigga pay me less and pay my bills.
Now, as you can see here on my back, I've got a bag. Now, this bag contains weights. Every session on the dips, what I was doing was increasing the weight of the bag by 2.5 kilos every time, while still trying to keep the reps around the same. This way, I knew I was progressing each session, and it really helped out.
Piss me off, obviously. We'll make a nigga piss more is living poverty. Obviously, I gotta work, suck it up and give a smirk, smile, and even though it hurt and see my.
And now, to do all of this 2 more times.
Check is really disrespect. That shit's so low, I can't afford to call collect, and that's bad.
That is the third and final set done. I am definitely feeling a much larger pump than I usually do with like a weightlifting workout. I'm not very lean at the moment. I've put on quite a bit of body fat, so I'm not going to be looking great.
Jack with the white socks. I'm steady slaving for days, just give me one shot. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work slow days and we work slow nights. Slaving all day, slaving all.
I also need to get myself a protein shake right now because I really need it. Right, so honest opinion on my second calisthenic workout. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. A lot better than the park workout. I have everything at home, so I don't need to be doing like pull-ups on skateboard parks and stuff. The pump was a lot better than I usually get after doing any like weightlifting exercises. That's because I'm usually training in the lower reps when I'm doing weightlifting. This is just max out every set. But yes, I am sweating inside of all my clothes. I'm pretty tired. Gonna get this protein down me, and I'll see you tomorrow. So workout 3 of the week, and I've received a parcel which is going to help me out immensely. Not just for calisthenics, but also for weightlifting. It is this video's sponsor, Core Steady. Now, if you watch the channel a lot, you know that I basically never do sponsorship videos apart from my protein, but these are genuinely going to come in handy. They are resistance bands. We've got many different types of resistance bands, so these which have got a lot of resistance, to these red ones which have got very minimal resistance, and they help out a lot. For example, what I'm going to use with these in terms of calisthenics is, let's say I've just finished a set on pull-ups. I've gone max out, which on this calisthenics workout is what you want to do. Instead of going on to my next set, I'm going to add some resistance bands to help me push out a couple more reps. Now, by adding these onto the pull-up bar, I just get my knees and I put them on like this, and there you go. I can do more reps because this kind of acts as a support, kind of like a spotter to help you out, meaning that you can burn out even more and even more. If I wanted, I could then, once I've burned out on that resistance, get an even stronger band and burn out on this band as well. It's kind of like the equivalent to drop sets when you're doing weights. They also help if you're like not very good at pull-ups in general. You can use them to help you out and work with the bands, and then over time you can get rid of the bands and you'll be able to do pull-ups without them. Also, I know that a lot of you guys aren't calisthenics guys, so I'll show you some stuff you can do with weights. The first is adding it to a bench. Now, with the resistance band in place, it makes it not like the typical bench. At the bottom of the lift, there's a lot of resistance pulling up, helping you up more. Second is kind of the same concept, but just for the deadlift. The more you pull the deadlift bar up, the less resistance that you get, resulting in it feeling more weight. Third is just some simple bicep curls. Trust me, the pump you get with these are insane. Secondly, it's just tricep pull downs. Thirdly is then it's the bicep curl bar, but here the higher you go up, the more resistance the band will be given, meaning the higher you go up, the harder it will be. They are like 0.001% of possible stuff you can do with bands. I mean, I think everyone can agree. Resistance bands are definitely the most cheap, versatile things to use if you want to work out. Core Steady sell on stuff like Amazon. If you want to get any of these resistance bands, they're proper cheap. Click the first link in the description. Also use my code Joe to save money off your order. And with my code, you'll be saving 30% off everything you order. It'll help me out a lot. And, you know, these resistance bands are good. I've been using resistance bands for so long, and I've got to say, I've not found any cheaper than this online with the quality that they are. Anyway, yeah, if you want to get some, then click the first link in the description. Let's get on with the third calisthenics workout. Right, workout just completed. One thing with the resistance bands, which definitely helped feel the burn a lot better. So after I'd done my normal set on pull-ups, I then went to using the black ones. Then after I couldn't do any with these, I went to doing the purple ones. and after not being able to do any with them, went to the green ones. The burn was insane. Now moving on to day 6 of the week, which was actually a rest day. I wanted to pick up the camera to just tell you how I was feeling, and I was feeling pretty good. Thought I would just update people on how I'm feeling kind of like mentally. Now I generally don't know if this is because of the calisthenics. I do feel like I've got a bit more energy than when I was weightlifting. Again, that could be a complete coincidence how it's the week that I'm doing this, but I am feeling good. No weird pains, like annoying pains. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so it is the final session of this week-long calisthenics journey, and I am absolutely going to boss this. And to help me out, I'm going to use the Devil's Powder pre-workout. Now, I don't usually feel pre-workout that well. It's kind of on and off, so I'll let you know if I feel this. We'll say YOLO and go full scoop. Right, yeah, like I said, I'll see if that kicks in. If not, we'll just get a normal workout in. But yeah.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on applying the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one.
So, workout just complete, and I've literally had to change shirt because it gets so sweaty when you're working out, which obviously is a good thing. Now, in a second, Joe in editing is going to pause me. Joe, no, you're not pausing me yet. Anyway, like I was saying, in a second. Joe, what are you doing? Okay, now that guy's shut up, I want to end the video by going over how much my lifts increased. So first we need to bear in mind that the first day at lifts was at the park and the last day was in my garage, so the conditions were a little different, but you can still see differences. My diamond press-ups went from 15 to 20, my pull-ups went from 6 to 11. These pull-ups were a bit biased because it was very hard to do pull-ups on the skate park, but they still did increase well. My dips went from 13 to 15, and then finally my plank went from 1 minute 40 to 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Okay, and we are brought to the next day after the challenge, and before I go over like everything, how I felt and stuff, the resistance bands by Core Steady, they actually helped out really, really well. I'm not saying go out and buy every different band, but theoretically, if you buy like one green, one black, two different colours of different resistance, you can do so much with that. For example, with the pull-ups, the burn I felt was insane. You do normal pull-ups, max reps, go full out, then you get one with slight resistance and that helps you do a couple more, go max out, feel the burn, and then get the final resistance, the most resistant band, do some more pull-ups until you're fully burnt out. And honestly, it's let's just say the next day it's not going to be nice, but it is good. I do want to thank the guys for sponsoring because I rarely ever have sponsors on this channel. Again, click the first link in my description to go to the website, and you can get 30% off all of these bands or anything you buy on the site if you choose my code Joe, so 30% off everything. It'll help me out a lot. Cheers, guys. Okay, and now we are brought to the day after the challenge has all been done. And you may be wondering, am I going to start doing bodyweight exercises now? What's happening with weightlifting? To be honest, I don't enjoy it as much as weightlifting. There was definitely the advantages of it. Like, I did feel like I had a lot more energy throughout the days, but just enjoyment-wise for the workout, I enjoy weightlifting miles better. My physique didn't really change. I mean, obviously, but for a week off, I'm really happy I did this. I thought it was a good experiment. Maybe give it a try yourself. You may enjoy it loads. It's always good to try these stuff. If you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like, also hit the subscribe button. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you're having a great day. As you can see, not that many people who watch the videos are actually subscribed to the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you could just hit the subscribe button. Yeah, cheers, guys.